Hi, good morning. Welcome to Thumbs Up Thursday. Sidekick is back. I'm Veronica Hitter. This is Barbie Shiflett, and we are going to do our Thumbs Up Thursday today. We're so excited. We have another special guest. Actually, you've met her before. And we kind of got interrupted with the internet at that time. I was so mad about it.
It never fails.
It was so cool. She was talking about the Hexies, and it really got me excited. And all of a sudden, it just shut right off, didn't it? This technology.
Yes.
But today, I want to remind you that, Barbie, what do they need to do if they want to win a $50 gift card?
They're going to want to do the thumbs up, text it, thumbs up Thursday.
No emojis.
Nope, no emojis.
Just put thumbs up. Don't put thumbs up Thursday. Don't put, don't make up a name. Just do thumbs up. That's it. But you can also ask us questions on here as we go along. And then you can also make comments of how much you love us.
Yeah, we like to hear that.
Yes, we do. So we want to first announce.
Yes.
Hi, good morning, Shirley. Oh, from Shaver Lake.
Oh, wow. Good morning.
Wow. Have fun in Shaver. I just got back from Tahoe.
Nice.
Ralph says that, I've never been to Shaver because I don't like.
Really?
I don't like mountains and stuff. But I'm thinking I want to go to Shaver. He says Shaver is just like Tahoe. I'm like, wow.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful.
Oh goodness, we have a guest again.
Another special guest.
Sorry, she's always got to be in on. Okay. So anyway, but today first, we want to announce the winner. And I'm so excited the person that it is because she's been one of my biggest supporters since I've been here in 12 years.
Yeah.
She won the most shared, and she won the you and Cindy's favorite notions thing. She'll love it.
Yes.
And her name is
Janet Chisholm.
Janet Chisholm. You are the winner.
Yeah.
So make sure you keep watching our thumbs up, and please keep sharing because we're going to give today we're going to give away a $50 gift card at the end. And then we're going to give another $50 gift card for the shared next week. Okay? So isn't that exciting?
Yes, it is exciting.
I know.
like these giveaways.
They're starting to get fun, aren't they, Summer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the crazy woman that talks to her dog. Give me a thumbs up if you talk to your dog, okay? I'm sure you do. Okay, I know. They're part of our family.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So first we're going to talk about, and Summer, you're going to have to go down for a moment. We're going to talk about the Stellaire.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Something's going on with Brother, and they are doing this limited time offer, and we have to talk about it because Ashley in the video, when she talks about Applique today, she is going to be using one of these machines. When this machine went on sale, she bit the bullet. Because she was like, okay,
it's a killer deal.
Never seen something like that before. So today we're talking about first the XJ1. So there's an XJ1 Stellaire, and then there's an XE1. The XJ1 is the sewing and embroidery. It's much like the Dream Machine that they had before. Same body style, same hoop sizes, all of that. But and Barbie's going to talk about how it talks to this scan and cut here, but this would be the sewing and embroidery machine portion. And then they have an XE1 that's exactly the same embroidery portion of this, but it just does embroidery, no sewing. But when you hear the differences in price, it's only $1,000 difference. So I would be like, okay, I'm going for the XJ1 because I'm going to pay $1,000 more when you hear these prices, and I'm going to get a sewing and embroidery machine because we could always use an extra sewing machine, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to tell you the prices, and then I'm going to have Barbie talk about it a little bit. But this is a limited time offer with free shipping because of the price drop, they're going to go really, really quick, okay? So here we go. The XJ1 sewing and embroidery machine combination, the total package value, because we're going to be giving away, I'm so used to giving away stuff. We're going to be selling this machine, okay? It's going to include the scan and cut, $335.
Is it 320? Oh, 330. 325. Oh, 325.
Thank you.
Okay.
Scan and cut, 325. I have the 330 up here, so I'm sorry if I made that mistake, but it's the 325. What's the difference?
This one has Disney.
Okay, so it won't have Disney. Okay, but It's also going to include the luggage.
Wow.
So you can put your Scan and Cut in here and go to classes if you want, or take it with you when you want. And it's a really nice piece of Lily luggage as well. So whole package value is worth $13,000. We're selling it for $69.99.99.
Oh, wow. You better jump on this deal.
$6,000 savings, okay? So we were never allowed to sell this machine online before. We can sell it online right now for a limited time at this price point, including the Scan and Cut 325, the luggage, and the machine. You're going to get the whole thing for, and I have to say $69.99.99, but we're talking about $7,000. And
That's a
Barbie,
great
let's talk
price.
about it. Oh, if you want the XE1, which is the embroidery only, the total package value is $10,300. We have it on sale for $59.99.99, which is $6,000, and it's a $4,300 savings. It will come with the Scan and Cut as well too, the 325 and the luggage.
That's a good
Okay,
deal.
super good luggage and super good luggage, super good deal, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then all you have to do is click on the link below and it'll take you to our site and you can go ahead and order it today. I'm sure after you see the sewing portion, but we love the embroidery portion of it as well. I mean, Barbie, I know you're going to talk about it, but I just get so excited. You know why I get excited about this? Because I think because they saw this as a work in progress at one time when we were working on this.
Yes.
This is that boho bag.
It's a great bag. It's like a tapestry bag.
Yeah, it's all embroidered in sections. And you can do this on this machine. Each one is a block. We've had several customers who have made this in the class that Barbie taught. Each one is a block, okay? And because of the large hoop size, you can make this size bag, or you could make, look at it, it's just 100% all embroidered. Is the bottom embroidered? No?
Yes, it is.
It is?
It's
Wow.
quilted. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Isn't that cool? So if you finished yours, share a picture of this bag on our Facebook page. We would love to see it. Also, show them your embroidered jacket.
Oh, should I take it off?
Are you going to model it?
Oh, yeah, I should model it.
You should model it. It
I
actually
love-
fits you.
I love this jacket.
Where did we get that jacket?
We found it at a secondhand store.
We went
Yeah.
to Coast
Yes.
one day, and she just walked in, and this jacket fit her perfectly. And she says, "I'm going to embroider all over it." And, isn't it gorgeous?
I love it.
So you can just take ready-mades and embroider on this machine. But let's talk about, look at that.
It's with the 14-inch hoop. So you can really get your jacket, the back of it on here, and be able to embroider it with no problems at all.
Right?
Yes,
It comes to
love
4
it.
different hoops there, all the way down to
Yes, to a 4x4.
4x4. So 4x4, 5x7,
5x7, 9.5 by 9.5.
and then 9.5 by 9.5
Yeah.
square. So that would be good for doing your edge-to-edge quilting.
Edge-to-edge quilting, your quilt blocks.
Really
Can't
cool.
go wrong with that.
Okay, let's talk about
All
that.
right. So with the Stellaire, because it is Wi-Fi, it will talk to the Scan and Cut. So if you have an applique design in embroidery and you don't want to have to sit and take the hoop off and trim your fabric after tacking it down, all you have to do is send that design over to the Scan and Cut. It'll read the cut file, cut out your fabric for you, and you bring it right back over to your embroidery and lay it down. And also with that, you would use your Appler Web Plus. That will help hold it. And then you're just going to do your decorative stitching. It's that easy with the Scan and Cut talking back and forth. You can also take your Scan and Cut designs and send them over to my design center on the Stellaire, and you can digitize and create your own patterns with it too. It's a lot of fun. With my design center, I have done my own zipper pouches. They have shapes you can create. If you have a child or a grandchild that draws you pictures, you can actually digitize it in the Stellaire and stitch it out and make a quilt and surprise them with it. It's a great idea of doing with my design center. Scan and Cut, that's another thing. You can have them draw a picture of the cat. You could cut the cat out on there. There's just so many opportunities that the Scan and Cut and the Stellaire can do together. It's endless. It's just a new world.
And that's why we're giving it away with the Stellaire, with either one, the XJ1 or the XE1, you get it for free. I mean, when you're talking about these these features, it almost sounds like you're talking about the top of the line machine, the Luminaire.
Yeah.
I mean, you have My Design Center in there. Your hoop size is almost as big. I mean, wow. And so they're getting all of that. The XJ1 it's crazy. I can't believe these numbers. $7,000 for a top of the line machine, and you're getting the scan and cut and the luggage. Can you see why we're so excited about offering this for you right now? If you live locally, we do classes on all of this stuff. We have great scanning. We have a 15,000 square foot store, so we have a class going on in here right now, which is a quilting class. We call it the fishbowl room, and then in our event room, which is like 3,000 square feet, we have a multi-needle event going on right now. So we are here to help you with that.
Yes, we are.
But if you want to purchase and you're out of state, or you can purchase that, you can give us a call. Thank you, Deborah. You know it's a good deal, a great deal. Thank you. But we can help you over the phone with it. We've done lots of FaceTiming with people, and we love the Brother machines. They are the easiest embroidery machines possible to ever use.
Yes.
And then I love the fact that Ashley's going to show us today how much she loves her Stellaire and what you can do with the sewing aspect of it. Okay, so Ashley, are you there?
Hi. Good morning.
So we meet again. What are we going to talk about today, Miss Ashley? If you want to introduce yourself, you're Ashley with.
I'm Ashley with R&K, so Quilter Select, Floriani, all those fun things from R&K, that's me. So we are going to talk about machine applique today. So doing things that look really awesome like this that might look like it was done in your embroidery hoop, but doing it old school on your sewing machine, transforming those stitches that are built right in there to be the right stitches that you need for your particular applique project. So in order to do that, let's talk about the applique things that you might want to have on hand to make that happen. So I find when I'm doing applique like this, now today we're talking raw edge applique. You could also be doing turned edge and lots of other ways of doing it, but I'm going to focus on raw edge. You're going to want some kind of an applique product to make those pieces stay in place. So I've got two applique options for you today. I've got the Applique Wonder. I grabbed a tiny little roll of it off my shelf, and Quilter Select Appliweb Plus. So this is out of the Floriani line, and this one is from Quilter Select. Now, these both work a little bit differently in their practical real-world applications. So let's start with the Applique Wonder. So this one, of course, comes on the roll. You unfurl it and find that there's that loud, noisy release paper side that you might be familiar with machine embroidery. This side is hiding a great sticky adhesive, so you can make a repositionable applique. And the other side of this is fusible. So you would take and trace out whatever your shape is right on here. Lots of times I use a Sharpie just because it's quick and easy to see, but of course you could use your ink pen too, but trace out whatever that shape is that you want to do from your pattern, and then you're going to rough cut it out and fuse it to the wrong side of your fabric. So right side, wrong side. Here is what's going to be a little ironing board. I don't know, it could be a surfboard too from the shape of it, but it's fused to the wrong side of my fabric. Now we need to trim this out into the shape that we want it to be. Now I tend to reach for my micro duckbill scissors. Here, let me put them in front of the applique. They might be easier to see that way. But these are the micro duckbill scissors from R&K. They are from our R&K line, and they're super duper cute. They have that great little bend, so when you're working in your embroidery hoop, it's nice and easy to get down in there and work with. But I can use these to cut out my traditional applique too. So I'm just going to follow right along on that line really quick. Yep, I probably should have pre-cut one of these out, and there might be one on my table, but honestly, it'll just take me a moment here to cut this out. That way I can use it to put down onto my background fabric. And of course, I'm going to show you some stitches on my machine, and I made a little stitch card. But I'm just going to cut out my applique wonder here really quick. Oh, almost all the way around. Sorry, I always, fail to anticipate just how long it takes to trim this out. It's not a very big shape, but it does have some straight lines to it that we want to be straight in the end. All right, there we go. We're coming to the end. Boom. So that would be my one time I would tell you it's cool to use your duckbill scissors in the vertical position. Otherwise, when we're using them in our embroidery hoop, we want them to be nice and flat. So if this was my hoop here, you'd want them to be flat in your hoop. And we usually use that duckbill portion there to lift up the fabric so that way it's easier to get in nice and tight next to that line. Now, from there, I am going to take my little piece of applique that I just cut here, and I'm going to get this on some background fabric. To do that, we need to expose the sticky here. So I'm just going to grab a straight pin really quick, and I'm just going to give it a quick score here. And then I always recommend when you're working with this, don't try to peel from out here at the outside edge. Come into this middle section here where you just made that score, pull that apart, and that is where you want to start to peel this from. That'll help you to keep from fracturing those delicate edges from the fabric that, yes, they're fused in place, but so that way they stay all nice and together so we can go ahead and get this on our background fabric. So we're going to use my best shelf here, and I'm just going to stick this down to my background fabric, and just that quick, it is stuck in place. Not very centered, so you know what? Let me put this down flat, pull it off, because remember, it's repositionable, and now I can get this stuck here so that it doesn't move when I go to do my applique. I love my applique wonder for things that have delicate parts or things that I want to get precisely positioned and make sure they don't move. Of course, it will work just fine with your scan and cut, fuse it to the back of your fabric, go ahead and stick it down, and then go with it, to cut. Just be mindful the direction that you're sticking it down, either fabric or the back of the applique wonder, as to if you need to turn on the mirror function, especially when we're working with letters and things like that, so you don't inadvertently spell out your word backwards. But this is nice and sticky. So if you were working on a bunch of quilt blocks and you wanted to stick them up to a design wall before you made your final decision, you don't have to worry about your applique falling off. We're going to set this one to the side for a few minutes, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that I've done with this, and then we're going to talk about the other applique ones, and then I'm going to help you get your machine all set up. So this particular one is the one I held up first. This one's got lots of different pieces to it. That stick is nice, so I can lift up the pieces that I need to, slide other pieces underneath of them, and get everything right where I want it to be. So I can have everything all nice and layered up and stuck in place before I start to sew all of my bits and pieces down. And sometimes it's even helpful when you are sewing them down, you might want to lift up a little bit of this red right here. So you start your satin stitch for your green leaf there, and you don't have to worry about, how do I get this tapered down into just the right little angle? Just pick it up, start sewing, put it back down, and then continue on top of it. You can also do bigger appliques. Don't be afraid to just do small stuff. This one is one of my favorite applique pieces that I've done. I hope I've got that all in frame there. This nice big coneflower was lots of fun. This has 12 different colors of fabric in it by the time everything is all on here and down and ready to go. And the one thing I didn't tell you yet, you do want to stitch this down to make it completely permanent. Because it has that great stick to it, it'll stick in place, but we want to make sure it stays for all of time. So stitches of some kind are going to be your friend. And I know lots of times we're really worried when we're talking about a product that has sticky to it, will it gum up my needle? Absolutely not. This is also engineered with some silicone in it, so that keeps the sticky where it belongs on the backside of the applique, not working its way up your needle. And while we're talking about traditional applique stitches today, don't be afraid to go outside of the box on your applique projects and do things like thread painting. This would be an entirely different day, but I just wanted to give you a little peek at the back one so you can see that, there aren't necessarily hard and fast rules to how we applique our things down. Now, my second applique product is going to be the Apple Web Plus from Quilters Select. This one is going to work much the same way when we get started, in that when you take it out and start to unroll it off the roll here, oh, there's a little piece of it I've got cut for something I want to show you, but you have that papery side again, and the second side this time has a little bit of texture to it. It is a free-form applique web that has a paper backer included. So that's the Apple Web plus the paper is how we get to the name on this particular one. We're going to use it in much the same way to start. We're going to take our Apple Web Plus. We're going to take it in, well, I guess I don't need my fabric quite yet. I'm going to trace on here with my ink pen, my Sharpie, whatever way I'm going to go to get my pattern on here. Yes, you can cut this in your Scan and Cut too. And then I'm going to fuse it to the back side of my fabric to get what I need. I would go ahead and cut this out into whatever shape I want it to be. Oh, let's just do a big free form. Oh, let's do like a flower petal sort of shape here since I did not pre-trace anything on. Sometimes organic is the best, as you're kind of going through. So there we go. There's kind of a fun little funky flower petal kind of shape. And again, I recommend using that pin and scoring from the middle and peeling from the center of the paper outward. I know it seems like kind of an extra step, but if we peel from the center out, we're less likely to have fractured bits and pieces as we go. Hey, ladies.
I have a question for you.
You have a question? I hope to have an answer.
No, it's not a question.
Oh, okay.
If they have the Scan and Cut, then they could cut that piece out by scanning in the piece. And if you had multiples, you could scan it all into your Scan and Cut, and it could cut it for you.
Exactly. You could take that pattern right out of your pattern, plop it down on the mat, scan it, and go with it. Totally.
Did you get the Scan and Cut? Do you have the Scan and Cut?
I did not.
You didn't get the Scan and Cut with your deal?
I did.
Uh-oh, Ashley.
I know.
This deal includes it. Maybe we might have to work something out.
We might.
You wouldn't have to cut. But go ahead. But you're doing great. Keep going, babe.
Thanks. So this time with my piece with my Apple Web Plus on the back of it. By the way, I do have an older Scan and Cut that I love. But this time I don't have that stickiness. Oh, and now I've almost thrown it on the floor to keep my little piece here in place. So in this case, we might Tetris all of our pieces down onto our project, head to our pressing station, and then press them in place. You're going to need to use just a medium temperature dry iron, not only to apply both of these products, but to also stick down that Apple Web Plus before you go ahead and sew it. It just makes it easy so that way things don't shift around on you. Just know that once you get it fused down, these little guys are going to be permanent with that Apple Web Plus. But there's one other little tidbit about Apple Web Plus that I want to share. And that is from this little piece here that I cut off. You might wonder just how thin it is, because maybe you've used some other applique products in the past and you're like, it was like this whole sticky gummy sheet of stuff in there. This stuff isn't going to come up your needle either. Look at how nice and fine this is. Like you can still see me through it. And here's another thing that's pretty cool. This actually has some stretch to it. So it isn't magically going to make non-stretchy fabric stretchy, but say you wanted to do some applique with one stretchy fabric onto another, like I made the top I have on today, but I still had extra flowers left over that I wanted to applique onto another project. Or in this case, I had a little piece of some knit left over that had some fun little nautical prints to it. I actually took the scrap and put my Appleweb Plus on the back of it, cut it out into the shape, and then appliqued it right on to a ready-made t-shirt. And here is the best part, everyone. Look at this. It still has stretch to it. So it won't add stretch where it doesn't exist, but it's not going to be like back in the 90s when we did those appliques, and you use the applique product and you cut the thing out and then you covered it in paint and you had like this bulletproof vest by the time you were done. This is still going to be nice and flexible, not change the feel or the hand of that shirt as you go ahead and use it, wear it, etc. I love to make these for my nephews with my extra bits and pieces left over because I can just grab a ready-made shirt, my Appleweb Plus, and my scraps and get a great scrap buster going on. So speaking of stitching those scrap busters, amazing, right? Let's head on over to the sewing machine and actually talk about the stitching part of all of this, because that's kind of the thing, like it's machine applique. So we need to be able to, use our machine in order to do that. So I think I've got my machine all set up and ready to go here for us. I just got in nice and close here so you could see what's going on as I'm stitching. And of course, you can choose from lots and lots of different stitches on your embroidery machine, or your sewing machine. Sorry, we are talking sewing right now, as far as what you want it to be. Like, for example, here. Oh, you know what? I took a picture of this. We can stay right here and let me just swap which window I have pulled up on my screen. Well, maybe if my mouse cooperates. Oh, wrong button. It's already open in the background. There we go. So here was my little stitch sampler that I had started to put underneath my camera there. So I did not start with my invisible thread here because I really wanted to see what it was that I was using. So I started with just some really basics when we start talking about things. So like I've got my zigzag there. Oh, let's see if we can't get rid of all those extra little bits and pieces at the bottom. Now we can actually see what my stitch widths were. So just a couple basic zigzags at 1.5 and 3 millimeters. And then those little like differentiating lines were where I changed my stitch length, so that way it got in closer, hopefully, as we were going through. So I just auditioned a whole bunch of different things and made myself just a quick little stitch out card, so I had some references for the future. And these little cues down here at the bottom, I was using these particular stitches out of the quilting menu. So hence the reason I put the little cue at the bottom. So I knew that those were things that I specifically had, gone to one of the quilting menus and pulled out the applique stitch or the blanket stitch or the hem stitching option from that. So I highly recommend making yourself some little stitch cards and auditioning some things. This is just 2 layers of regular cotton fabric with some of my Floriani Tearaway Medium at the back, because we always want to have something behind there, so we've got a good way to go. So from there, I already have my machine set up with just white bobbin thread and my smoke invisible thread here. So invisible thread, I know sometimes we love it. Sometimes we're like, oh man, it's just not cooperating. My best tips, sew slowly. So we're definitely going to do that, and work with a tail. So that way you have a way yourself to actually, control what you have going on there. So let me grab this little tail. Sorry, my camera's kind of in the way, so I'm working off of secondary options to be able to see what I've got going on. I have just the quilting applique stitch right now set at just the default settings. So let's see what this is going to give me here. So there we go. So we could just go ahead and stitch. This is just my open toe clear applique foot on here. So I can really see exactly where I'm going. Because if I had that piece of applique stuff already in here, Tetrised and in place, we would want to be able to see right when our needle was at the edge of this, so that way we could applique it down. Now, since we are using monofilament thread, I would not just go for the scissor button there on my machine. I'm going to lift up my needle here. I'm going to lift up my presser foot. I'm going to pull my fabric out to the side, and I'm going to use that little cutter over there along the edge and cut myself a nice big long tail there. I can then take that tail, pull it to the back side, and go ahead and hand knot it. I'm a big fan of hand knotting my applique with my monofilament thread just to make sure it's all going to stay exactly where I want it to be over time and not have it come back apart. So you can go with all sorts of different stitches. That was just a quick blanket there. I've got a couple other quick options that you can see up close here while we've got things right next to, right in close here with the thing. So this one was done with the smoke thread too. So give just a little bit of a pop on kind of a darker black, blended in pretty well to this kind of silvery color here, into my red, etc. So even though it's got a little bit of a kind of a tint to it, it still is going to blend into lots of different colors. And then if you remember me talking about English paper piecing a few weeks ago, I did take some English paper piecing bits that I had put together, and I actually used the hem stitch to stitch these down one right next to another. So I did all of this in those same techniques that we talked about a few weeks ago. And then, just went ahead, put it right on top of my background fabric and appliqued it right there in place so I didn't have to worry about it. And there's one other thing that I do want to point out, because I think sometimes we forget about it, and I need to change a quick setting here in my Stellaire. I need to change the width control in the settings menu to on. And I want to show you what that does. So you know how you've got that little slide speed control that's like up over there to the side that you can't see at the moment? And, usually we don't think about it a lot. We're like, oh man, let me get a nice zigzag stitch here, because this is a wonderful way to audition what you have going when you start. And now I'm not actually going to touch my screen here. I'm going to use that slide speed control to change my zigzag width. So let me show you that here. Because I know this is one of the things that I love about it, especially when I'm trying to figure something out and fine tune. Okay, so we've got that really nice, big, wide zigzag stitch going on there right now. Oh goodness, let's get my extra thread out of the way. You're like, Ashley, can't kind of see. We got flippity floppies going on. Okay, so you can go from really wide just by changing that slide speed control, and you can make that stitch more narrow to fine tune it down to exactly what you need it to be for the project that you're working on. Yep, you can even take that zigzag and essentially make it straight by moving your slide speed control down so far. And you can go back up again, of course. But that is one of the ways that I have found some of the perfect things, not only with my zigzag, but also with my blanket stitches and those kinds of things. So let's head back over so we can all kind of chat and talk together again. It gives you a great little way that you can see some of those different things. And I know it seems like it might be kind of a frustrating thing to spend the time making these little stitch cards, but honestly, it's so rewarding just to have this little piece of fabric tucked away and to know that these are what these different stitches are going to look like. Just use some great contrasting thread. I just chose a purple so it would pop on this white so I could see exactly what I was doing. And then I can figure out exactly where I want things to be, how I need them to be. And that was how I got that perfect zigzag that I loved on this very first one that I held up and showed everyone.
And raw edge applique is so popular right now. It's like it's overtaken even like the turn down method and all that. I know you showed us how to do that with the hexes and all of that, but
Yep.
you can just get such great results with a lot less hassle. Is that the right word? We actually have,
all of those kinds of things. Yeah.
we actually have the clear open toe foot as well. I had forgotten about this foot. It's wonderful for applique.
Yeah.
So we have that on our website too if you want to click on the link. Of course, we have the other products that you've been talking about too, Ashley. We have the Tearaway Medium on sale on our website. So you can just click the links below and you'll be able to get that Tearaway Medium on sale because of this Thumbs Up Thursday. We have the Select Appler Web Plus, which is Alex Anderson's right on the front cover. This is what she recommends, and this is what we recommend as well. And of course, you just showed us why. And then we also have the Applique Wonder Fusible as well. So all of these products are on our website on sale. And then we also have the black thread. I'm just kidding. Everybody thinks this is black. It's smoke. And what's so great about using the smoke is that if you use the clear on printed fabrics, colorful fabrics, it wants to kind of shine. So the smoke will keep it from like, it kind of camouflages it. And you'll never know that you actually used invisible thread if you work with the smoke. And the Quilter Select monofilament thread is really good too. We like it. It's $9.99 normally. On our website, I believe it's $8.99. Am I correct? Okay, cool. All right, so all of these products are here available. We have,
Oh, the cutting.
oh, the cutting mat.
Yes.
Can't forget the cutting mat.
No.
You know what I learned about the cutting mat?
What?
You know, when you use it with the rulers, this special cutting mat is so smooth that that's how they're able to turn and not have to use the
Oh.
turntable. I was trying to do it on my regular mat and it wasn't working so well. And then who was it? Was it Judy last week or a week before? Judy Fredenberg? She said, oh, you use this. You use the Quilter Select mat and it works really well with the Quilter Select rulers. I think that's great. And it's double-sided. This is a great one to bring to class, and it's on sale as well too. It is normally, I wrote it down. Well,
$24.99.
it's $24.99.
MSRP.
And then what's it on sale
That's
for?
on sale for $19.99.
Oh, wow.
Holy smokes! Smoky thread.
I'm getting it all today.
Sorry, I have to laugh at myself sometimes, you know. That's what makes the day go better.
Most definitely, yeah.
So anyway, okay, cool. So lots of great deals, Ashley, and thank you so much. You know what, Tony? Can you pull down that one quilt that's hanging right there? I want to show them.
Yeah.
Yes, this quilt really pertains to what you're talking about, Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been, people are just loving this quilt. This quilt kit is on our website actually, and I believe all of our quilt kits are 20% off through this
yeah.
month.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, look how lickety split. This is a Laura Heine quilt kit pattern, and it's made with the K fabrics, and it's, what's it called?
This is called, I believe it's not the garden party, is it?
Garden Party.
It is-
Yeah, it's Garden Party. It comes with the black background. It comes with all of your cave colors, and that is all raw edge applique, Ashley. That's
Awesome.
exactly what you were just showing. Now you want one, huh?
Oh, I do. It's such a beautiful pattern, and
It is beautiful.
bright colors on black are totally my jam. If you haven't figured
It
that out
totally
yet.
reminds me of you. That's why I was like, yeah, can you guys show that? We still have some kits left, right?
We have
Yeah.
about 3 left garden
Oh, wow.
parties.
Three garden parties left. Yeah, they're almost sold out. So anyway, so we have lots of reasons to go to our website and also continue with these Thumbs Up Thursdays. I mean, Ashley, you just gave us such a great demonstration on your new
She did.
machine.
Some great ideas.
Yes, great
Yeah.
ideas. And also, I learned something. I learned something about this product. I like the stretch
Yes.
aspect of it, which was, I think that's a really good point. Yeah.
Totally
'Cause, yeah.
unexpected.
Because you know, if the little boy's going to be wearing that, he's going to be stretching it. All right, cool.
Great idea.
All right. Well, Ashley, you want to stay with us when we do our drawing?
Yeah,
Okay.
Are we
Women's
gonna
Day.
do another giveaway for the person that shares for next week?
Yes, yeah. So we have 2 gift cards. I have a $50 gift card that you can win right now. Okay, $50, and we're going to learn who won that right now. And then I have another $50 gift card for our next week's Thumbs Up Thursday, because if you share this Thumbs Up to your Facebook, all your friends, you're going to get entered to win into another drawing for a $50 gift card. Now, these gift cards can be used in our store, but if you're not local, you can use it on our website. We'll send you an e-ticket of a $50 gift card, and you can use it on our website and take advantage of all the sales.
That's so cool.
This $50 gift card can go towards the purchase of a new machine, go towards products, everything on our website. You can use this. This would be a great start for you. Okay, so you ready to go?
Yep.
Okay.
Last chance.
Thank you for joining us. Thumbs up, thumbs up,
Thank you for all the
everybody.
information.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that we didn't have any interferences this time.
Here we go, guys.
Okay, who's gonna win? Oh, she was gonna love that. Congratulations, Shirley. I think we're gonna see you in class this week, so you can come pick up your gift card if you'd like.
Perfect.
Thank you. I'm so glad you won. Yay.
Yes.
I'm always
fun.
excited.
I am too.
I know.
We like to give things away.
We do. We do. I know. My husband's standing right over here to make sure that I don't give any more away. I think that's why he's standing there anyway.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, well, listen, you all have a wonderful day. It's Thursday. We have beautiful weather in Fresno. If you don't have this weather, come visit us.
Yes.
And have a beautiful day. Happy
Yes.
Thumbs Up Day. And please join us next week and share it to your friends. We appreciate it very much. All right, cool. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.